I understand the fear police officers feel when they hear of other cops being killed, but we must not mistake rallies demanding police reform for the cause of police officer shooting deaths, as some have claimed. So far this year, 25 active duty law enforcement officers have been shot and killed around the country. None of them have been linked to the protests. Other officers have been hurt by gunshot in incidents unrelated to the protests. Officer Shay Michelonis, 29, was shot in the head during a demonstration in Las Vegas and is paralyzed from the neck down, on a ventilator, and unable to talk. Edgar Samanigo, 20, has been identified as the shooter and is being jailed without bond at the Clark County Detention Center. During the first night of protests in Milwaukee, an unnamed Milwaukee police officer was shot. He was treated for minor injuries at a local hospital and is expected to live, according to authorities. Only 2 officers have been shot during rallies around the country, those in Milwaukee and Las Vegas. Several police officers have been killed by shooters in scenarios unconnected to the present protests while the protests have been going on. Air Force Staff Sergeant Stephen Carrillo shot 2 members of the Department of Homeland Security's Federal Protective Service while guarding the Ronald V. B.L.M.'s federal building in Oakland on May 29. Officer David Patrick Underwood, 53, was killed in the line of duty. According to NBC News, Carrillo and his accomplice Robert Justice utilized large rallies triggered by Floyd's killing in Minneapolis, which they were not a part of, to help them get away with it. It's absurd to suggest that these killings are connected to the protests, and it completely discredits the fallen officers. There hasn't been a single officer shot and killed as a result of the nationwide protests. The Officer Down Memorial is the most comprehensive database of officers that have died in the line of duty. It was my resource for this article. Please check out policeone.com.